Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 4, Episode 289. It is Monday morning, and normally on a Monday morning, I am heading to the office, but not this week. Oh no, not this week. No, this week I've got Monday and Tuesday off, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off, so we're going to be doing a little bit of traveling. Now, I'm trying to figure out where to go, what to do. Not really a lot of options for me. We're going to start off by heading to one casino that's a slots only, possibly another one that's slots only, and then from there I could drive 5 hours to the next place to play blackjack, or I can head back toward home and play poker. I haven't really decided yet. So right now, a rare Monday where we could do whatever we want. We're heading out to our first casino, and it is very cold outside right now. Yesterday was a really nice day. This morning, woke up, went to the car to leave, and there's frost on the car. It's 31, which is not that cold, but it feels a lot colder right now. Today's high is going to be around 53 degrees and no chance for rain. But it's going to be cloudy all day. So yesterday was an okay day. I'm now about 50-50 whether or not I can get into this casino. And unfortunately, it wasn't, the game that I wanted wasn't available, which just really stinks. Because I was really looking forward to getting some more statistics and fine-tuning my numbers and things like that. So very unfortunate, but we did end up with a profit. Not the way I would have liked, but we basically proved that the lower version of this game does not work, is not beatable. Again, I proved it, but I was stubborn and wanted to verify. Which is unfortunate because that's the one that's available to me. And then the better version was closed yesterday, so I couldn't play that. And that's the one I would have to travel all the time to play. So we're hoping that that one works and I at least have that. But we'll see. And on top of that, the way we made most of our money is good variance with blackjack. It was a nice chunk, but not really the way you want it. You want it because you found good opportunities, not because you just had good variance. So, I mean, you'll take it either way. It spends either way, but so it was a little bit, not the best day for me. I did travel almost 300 miles yesterday, but today should be a lot less miles. Pretty sure we're going to end up playing poker at some point today. So we'll see how it goes. Right now we're heading out, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back, and I was in there actually for quite a while, over an hour, and just going from machine to machine, finding small plays. It was kind of an interesting experience. So let me go back and look at the pictures and kind of tell you the story as it happened. Let's see. Okay, this was yesterday. All right, so I walk in, I look in the front area, and I see a borderline play on a machine that I've maybe done 10 plays on, maybe less. But I know the numbers, the right entry points, and I know that one is borderline. So I'd say, okay, let's go play some other stuff. I don't think I'm in any danger of losing that one, and then we'll come back to it. So went around, looked around, found a machine, sat down and played that one. Accidentally played the wrong level. I haven't done that for a minute. I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal. It was $3 versus 60 cents, but I ended up breaking even on that one. But played that through, and I think I lost $10 on that play. So then I moved on, couldn't find anything, go to the far reaches, find a play. It's at $4 a spin. Sit down, start playing, hit it for 200, hit it for 40, and hit it for 77 was the final payout, which was just awful. And walked away from that machine with, I don't know how much money, I was ahead at that point, $212. And then on the other side, found another machine that was kind of borderline, played that one, ended up losing $5 on that one, and then went to this very streaky machine, very high variance machine, and played that one, and that thing had me going. I lost the 200 I was ahead, and wait a minute, let me think here. I think, did I put in, hold on one second here, give me 1 second, let me figure this out. Yeah, so I was right. I lost the 200 on that machine, and I was in for another 300 more when I ended up hitting for 540, and then another 75, and I walked away from that machine ahead 311. Then I went back to the other machine that was kind of iffy, played that one through, and lost $6 on that one, but got a lot of points. And then I went to a machine that's a very rare machine that most people don't know, and played that one through, and that one actually paid really well. The $1.50 a spin ended up paying me $541, and that put me ahead 690. And then one more play, played that one through, and I ended up buying in for a total of 300, cashing out $1,006. So I was ahead $706. Now, I go to cash out, and the machine is down. Okay, go to the next machine. That one is down. Alrighty. Let's walk across the casino to this end and check this machine, and it says you have to go to the cashier. Oh, well, must be because it's over 1,000. I kind of recall cashing over 1,000 here, but okay. I'm walking over there, and this guy's like, yeah, mine won't let me do it either. Mine's only 100. All right, so then there's a machine by the cashier. I tried that one. It held my voucher for like 45 seconds and spit it back out. Then stood in line at the cashier and waited my turn, and they're actually just taking care of it for everybody. Everyone's having a problem with the kiosks, so they're just, scanning it and giving everyone the money, except for me. With me, she said, hold on, I'll be right back. I'm like, oh, great. So she has a little tip box in front of her, right there on the counter. And she takes the tip box and locks it in the drawer when she walks away. Does she really think I'm going to steal her $5? Standing there where all the cameras are, all pointing at me, and she's holding my $1,000 voucher. Does she really believe I'm going to steal her $5 or $6? It's kind of insane. It is. And she comes back like 10 minutes later. I'm like, what are you guys doing? And she's like, oh, the manager's taking care of it. He has to look at the machine you got it from. I'm like, what? You think I manufactured this and knew your network would be down at this exact time and printed it with this exact timestamp to give it to you to fool you? So he comes out after about 5 minutes, and I'm like, it was this machine, and he was able to put in his card and go through a menu and see all the vouchers that went in and out of that machine. And he took a picture of it, then he took a picture of the machine number, and then he went back behind the register, and then about 5 minutes later, a lady comes out, and she's able to cash me out. So I cashed that out plus whatever I said, 707? 706, I think. So plus 706 there, and we're going to take care of some personal business, and then we'll move on from there. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. So I go to the poker club, and I have an option 1-2 or 1-2 no limit, or 1-2-5 Omaha 5, which is 5-card Omaha. You have to use 2 cards to make a hand. And I was getting ready to sit down at the 1-2 no limit, and I thought, what the heck? Let's go for the 1-2-5 PLO5. And that ended up not being the wisest decision. I sat there for about an hour and a half grinding and grinding and grinding. And I was involved for 200, then 4, then 6. And then I actually ended up getting even, and I had like 275. And I was happy. And so I knew my wife was going to be around today. And so I said, hey, do you want to have lunch? We haven't done that. Today is actually the anniversary of an occasion that happened. So I said, why don't you meet me? There's a place over here that is a sushi bar type place, but it's on like a what do you call those things? It's like a conveyor belt, and it has sushi on it. It's all you can eat for a flat price. It includes, it's funny because it includes appetizers, but it doesn't include a drink, which is funny. So I said, why don't you meet me over there? At the time I was up 275, and I got involved in a big hand. And I'm the first one to admit I don't know what I'm doing. I'm learning all that stuff. And Omaha is hard enough for me live, and Omaha 5 is even more complicated. And so when I was up that 275, I had a hand where I had a draw to the nut flush and an open-ended straight draw. No pairs on the board, rainbow, and then on the turn it gave me the flush draw. And I ended up losing my whole stack on it. So the 275 I was ahead, and the 600. So that was frustrating. Ended up rebuying, and this guy comes to the table, and he's going all in every hand, and people are calling him left and right, and they all have hands. I had open-ended straight flush draw and a set, and I ended up losing, and things kind of spiraled out of control. And by the time I left, I actually did color up and leave with something. I ended the session down $1,640. So that was really bad. I understand the game. I get it. I made some mistakes. There was one hand where I flopped quads. I thought I'd flopped trips. But remembering 5 cards in your head, I kept saying 7-7 whatever, 6-5-4, and the board came 7-7 something, and I thought I had trips instead of quads. I pot it and everybody folds, so that was stupid. There was another time, this hand is so ridiculous. I had king, queen, 3 double suited. The kings and the queens were double suited. So king of clubs, queen of clubs, king of hearts, queen of hearts, and a small card. And the flop was king 4 king, king 4 queen. So I had 2 sets on the flop. The turn brings in a flush draw and a straight draw, and the river, both of them hit, the flush and the straight. And I end up in 3rd place, losing a stack on that one. So that's the kind of stuff that was happening, and I know I need a lot of help with this stuff. So I think here's what I'm going to do. I got to keep moving forward. I can't be moving backward this much all the time. So what we're going to do is we're going to play Omaha online. When I get a chance, I'm going to go see my friend. He invited me to where he lives in the South, and he said that he would tutor me, help me out, get me in shape and all that, and really get good at Omaha. And I 1,000% trust him. So, I mean, whatever he tells me to do, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do my best to play it exactly the way he tells me to play it, and just get better at it. But until then, I think I'm going to stick more now to online, which may mean that I don't leave home some days, that I just play online and try to make $1,000 a day online. So we'll see. see how that goes. I'm still pretty nervous even online, even though now I just cashed out another 800 or 800 and change. I left exactly 500 in my bank account, so now I've cashed out a total of 2,200, I think, and I still have 500 in my account. So, you know, I'm learning, I'm getting better. I'm not trying to act like I know everything. I know I don't know everything, and I know I'm spread thin, but my problem is I have a ton of expenses, and in order to get those things taken care of, I need to have 10 forms of income coming in, because I can't depend on one form of income anymore. I can't depend on only blackjack anymore like I did for years. I can't depend on only blackjack and slots anymore like I did for years. Now I have to depend on everything, which makes your head spin. It really does. To keep all that stuff in your head, you're so tired when you get home, and then you have to keep on going once you get home. On my drive to and from the casinos, I'm watching videos, learning. When I get home, I'm reading stuff. I'm playing poker. I'm reading about different specials and things online that I could make money from. And it is really exhausting, I gotta say. It's very exhausting. So, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm hoping that this trip to Oklahoma completely cements my feelings about this game. And if so, I'm going to hit that game so hard. I already have a spreadsheet of all the different locations that have this game, and I'm just going to start going a week to each, or 4 days to each area of the country, and beat it up, and that way they don't see me very often, and I'll spend a whole day or 2 days or whatever, 4 days total in each area, but like one, you know, switch between different casinos and hit them each on different shifts and come back and see how long I can last doing that. I think now that if it's true, if what I'm thinking is right, and I think it is, there may be at least 6 locations now that I can go to and play, which would be really a big relief, especially being able to fly somewhere. I think Oklahoma would be one of the least favorite, because there's only one location that would have it within 50 or 100 miles or more. Vegas obviously would be ideal, but we want to try to rotate and not have our face seen too much in one place. So anyway, right now we're heading back to the casino, try to salvage this day, and hopefully things get a little bit better. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. The weather has actually held up pretty nicely. It's still cold, but not like I'm not wearing a coat right now. It's 54 outside, and it's early evening right now, and I'll let you know how it goes at the casino. I'll be back. Oh Lord, this was crazy. You know, it's sometimes if I was you guys, I'd be like, yeah, right, that come on, this is impossible. Where did you come up with this story? It's impossible. And I'll be honest with you. If anybody who knows what they're doing in slots or anything that I can prove can come forward and say, I know how to do slots and here's how to do it, and prove to me that you can do it, and say, I want to see proof of November 24th, I got pictures, because it's the most unbelievable stuff sometimes. Sometimes things go so smoothly, and sometimes they're ridiculous. And so often, I'll take a dive and then come right back up. And it's like, you think all is hopeless, and then this crazy thing happens, and then you still go home mad. It's really kind of crazy, just like what happened yesterday. I had a terrible time, and then found out that I miscalculated, and it wasn't as bad as all that. And then I get upset and play blackjack when I was getting ready to leave, and end up winning a huge amount. And it's like, come on, MW, there's no way this is real. Believe me, it's real. I got the pictures to prove it. So let's get into our pictures here, because it was a crazy session. I walk into this place, and it's pretty quiet in here. I don't know why security is doing all this here. Okay, wait. After I let you go with the poker, wait a minute. I forget now what we did here. I already told you about the poker, and did I tell you about I told you about the sushi, I think. Went to the all-you-can-eat sushi place, and it's got the conveyor belt. We did that, and then I ended up coming back to the casino. And so, let's see, that's the conveyor belt. Okay, now, so I see this machine. It's got, it's in range, so I sit down to play it. But again, I don't know this one perfectly. It's only a few months old in my area, not even in this area, a few weeks old. And so I play it, and I end up making some money. I end up losing. I end up in the $3 a spin. I was involved for $300 and cashed out $250.26. And it left a play on there, but I was pretty sure it wasn't a good enough play to go through with it, so I decided just to leave it. I came back later, it was gone. Also, there was another one in the high limit. I came back and it was gone, but I think both of them were negative expected values, so I feel bad that I didn't get it, but then again, it probably would have cost me more money than it was worth. So then I go into the back area, I find a play, and I play it through and lose money. It pays me like $81, but it cost me $150 to hit it. And then same machine at a higher level, and it paid the minimum possible at $5 a spin. It paid me $105. It was just absolutely disgusting. And at this point, I'm down $151.54 to be exact. So then I go back to, I'm coming back into the main area. There's a set of new machines, and I just learned how to play it the correct way, but I'm finding if I stretch it just a little bit, it's still pretty good payout. And I found a play at $15 a spin and played that, and it ended up paying me $765, which brought me to $835, which means with the $100 I put in there, I was ahead $435. So I was pretty pleased with that, and I'm like, I'd be happy with this right now. So I'm coming back around. I want to check the back area, this other back area, and then I'm going to get out of there. And I see this machine, and it's in range, and there's an old lady sitting next to me. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to try this out. You can try that one. It wasn't hitting for me. I'm like, yeah, I have a feeling about this one. And it was $6 a spin, and I ended up hitting for, now it did take me a minute to hit it, but not that long. Ended up hitting for $639.50. And then I was just wrapping things up. I found a play at 75 cents. And that one paid me $59, but I actually lost $5 on that one. But there was still a play on that machine, and played that one through, and that actually paid me pretty well. And I ended my session, I bought in for a total of $400, and I cashed out $1,416 for a profit of $1,016. And this is the part that I'm saying is like, come on, are you serious, MW? So that's 1,016 plus 706 from this morning is 1,722, and I lost 1,640, so I'm still ahead $100 after all that. And I could have just gone home after the 700 this morning and been much better off. But anyway, so I would like to say I colored up and I left and everything was good, but I can't do that. So they're still having problems with their vouchers. And so I had a great idea. I figured the reason that they're having this problem is because some machines are communicating with the network and some are not, which is true. It ended up being true. Some are and some aren't. So I thought, last time they had me take them to the machine and they checked it out to make sure that's where the voucher came from, and then they paid me. So I thought, I'll take this voucher, since I don't remember which machine I got it from, and I'll just put it in the closest machine to the cashier and cash it out, and then when they say, where'd you get it, and I'll say right there, and it was 2 seconds ago. So I put the money in the machine, and it sucks it in, puts the credits on the screen, and it immediately says, attendant required, hand pay needed. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I didn't even spin it, I didn't cash it out, I didn't do anything. It just locked up the machine. I had to have someone come out and give me a hand pay for it. And that took about 5 or 10 minutes, and we were done with that. So it's been crazy, but at least we did end up recovering. I feel terrible. I mean, I should feel really happy, right? But I feel terrible because I was ahead 700 plus 275. I was up 1,000 for the day. Next thing you know, I'm down 900, and now I'm up 100. What a roller coaster ride. So anyway, let's do our segments. What'd you eat today, MW? I had the sushi from this place, and it has like a conveyor belt, and it was okay. It wasn't the best sushi in my opinion. They did have free appetizers, crab rangoon, seaweed salad, all that stuff, and they had little ice cream in cups, and they had fruit and salad bar and all that. So I would say for the average person it was good. Obviously I'm not eating rice, but today I made an exception because it was a special occasion. My wife was happy about that, and I was happy to have lunch with her. So, but that place was okay. I don't know if I would eat there again. I'd probably give it an 8.5, maybe a 9 on a scale of 2 through ace. And what did you tip today, MW? Well, you know, I had 2 big sessions, and I had the poker. Poker-wise, I think I tipped like $8 for 8 winning hands over 2.5 hours, maybe less. And then just now, this guy did hand pay me. He was a real nice guy. I did give him $5. So, yeah, a little money for you. So I gave him a little bit of money, but he was real nice. And then they give you this place when they hand pay you and you get the change. They give you a voucher for the change, and you can't take it to the regular kiosk. You have to take it to the cashier. So that was like just a few cents. So I gave him that as well. And yeah, what did you learn today, MW? I learned that I need to stay away from games I don't know, because if you take out the poker that I've been playing and all the research I've been doing and all that stuff, everything that's over my head, I'm down so much money. I would be at my goal for the year. Things have been going so well at the tables. I would be at my goal for the year. Instead, I'm very far away from my goal. It cost me a lot of money to learn this stuff. So I will still fine-tune everything, but I just can't be over my head too much. So too many things burning at the same time. So all right, guys. Tomorrow, I have no clue. No idea where I'm going, what I'm doing, anything. I kind of feel like leaving home late tonight, like midnight, and coming back tomorrow night. But then we're traveling Wednesday morning with the family, so I don't know how tired I'll be. But I'm going to consider all that, and we'll get it all figured out. And I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.